said it is in everybody's interest in the region, our interest, the interest of the Palestinians, the interest of the Israelis, and the interest of the global community of nations, that we find a pathway to resolve this issue once and for all. Only a credible, irreversible path to a Palestinian state will prevent the world from confronting this same situation 2, 3, for years down the line, he added. Reporting from occupied East Jerusalem. There is constant pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu and the war cabinet. It seems to be increasing recently over a failure to secure the freedom of any of the remaining 133 or so captives. We've had the far-right minister Bezalel Smotrich saying that agreeing to Egypt's proposals would constitute a humiliating defeat. We don't know what those proposals are from Egypt. Itamar Ben-Gvir, another far-right minister, said it was an agreement that would lead to the dissolution of the government. On the other side, we have center-right Benny Gantz. He is in the war cabinet, and he says while the operation in Rafah is important, the return of captives is more important. He said the government would have no right to exist if its members prevented a captive deal. There have been regular protests in Tel Aviv and elsewhere in Israel in recent weeks, particularly accusing the government of prolonging the war, Netanyahu particularly, so he can stay in power and avoid going to an election, which most polls say he would almost certainly lose. World Central Kitchen to resume operations in Gaza. World Central Kitchen, WCK, says it will resume operations in Gaza on Monday after aid efforts were suspended following the killing of 7 staff in Israeli drone strikes. We are restarting our operation with the same energy, dignity, and focus on feeding as many people as possible. To date, we have distributed more than 43 million meals, and we are eager to deliver millions more, said Aaron Gore, Chief Executive Officer. Food is a universal right, and our work in Palestine has been the most life-saving mission in our 14-year organizational history. We will continue to get as much food into Gaza, including northern Gaza, as possible by land, air, or sea. WCK also announced it has 276 trucks, the equivalent of almost 8 million meals, ready to enter through the Rafah crossing. The group also plans to send trucks into Gaza from Jordan. Announces Israel over detention of Christian woman. The Archbishop of Canterbury criticized Israel over the arrest of a young Palestinian Christian woman in the occupied West Bank. Justin Welby, head of the Anglican Church, says the plight of Land Nasir is a breach of assurances made by Israel about the treatment of Christians. Nasir was taken on April 6th and is under administrative detention, meaning she is being held without charge or trial. Her family does not know anything about her whereabouts or well-being. Nasir is thought to be the only Christian Palestinian woman being detained by Israelis. The Archbishop's office told Sky News Welby is